Hello, my name is Áurea, and I am an intuitive and energy healer and a life coach and a shamanic priestess. So I am here today to share with you about energetic cleansing, energetic hygiene. I think it's something interesting that my nose just starts itching right there. It's my spidey senses. Okay, so this is very, very important. So energetic cleansing, like we are energetic beings as human beings, and I know that it's hard for us to kind of understand that in some ways. But let's just take into account this situation. Let's say that you walk in on your best friend and his or her partner after they've had a huge blowout fight. You know very well that the moment that you walk into that room, you just feel this energy, this heaviness, this constriction of whatever emotions we're going through between them. You just automatically sense it. This is why we just get bad vibes off of some people, or we get bad vibes when we walk into a room or a house, or just sometimes we get really, really overwhelmed in crowds. It's because our energetic field, which extends about a foot outside of our body, is constantly interacting with the external, with other people, with places, with things, with trees, with nature. Everything has an energetic frequency. And when we touch things, we're putting our own energy on, whether it's a singing bowl or a crystal. We are interacting with everything every day, every moment, particularly if you work in the field of health, of wellness, if you're working with other people, whether you're doing massage therapy or energy healing or shamanic healing, anything that has to do with you getting into another person's energetic field. This is also very, very important in relationships. I know sometimes we think that, oh, we can kiss someone or have casual sex and that has no consequences, but excuse me. But what we don't understand is that when we are being intimate with another human being, we are taking on some aspect of their energy, and that may or may not be a good thing. And I'm going to do a more in-depth video about the dynamics of interpersonal relationships and how to cleanse oneself, particularly as a woman, because women were the receiving end of the dynamics of male and female, or even, well, in the case of same-sex relationships, it would still be the receiving end would be the one that's receiving, and the other one would be the one that's giving. So it's still, regardless of what end of the dynamic and spectrum you fit in, it's very, very important to be aware that we are energetic beings, and that as such, we need to be very aware of our energetic hygiene. Just like we brush our teeth in the morning, we take a shower, we wash our hair, it's very, very important to make sure that we clean our energetic field. I don't know if you've had this experience, but I know I've had this experience where sometimes I just feel drained and I feel just tired and I don't know why. And before I became very, very attuned to my energetic frequency, I would just have days where I was off and I didn't understand why. Now, looking back, knowing what I know now, I was like, oh, I took on that person's suffering after they told me that story about their breakup. So it's very, very important. Like I'm saying, I cannot stress this enough. It is important for us to be aware of everything around us, who we allow in our space, what we say, how we speak to ourselves in our heads, how we speak to others, how we interact with the environment. Everything is very important, and it all comes down to our energetic frequency and knowing when to cleanse it. So one of my favorite ways, as I'm going to get into it, one of my favorite ways to cleanse and clear is very, very simple. It's taking a shower. It's taking a shower with intention. The intention of letting the water wash over you and cleanse and clear and purify and just get everything out. Very, very simple. Another way is breath work. Just your intention. You sitting down, you feel like you're in a funk. Take a moment, take a deep breath in. Envisioning healing white light from source entering your body, holding it at the top, and then exhaling. Allowing everything that is not in service of your highest and best good to be released with your exhale. And you do this again. And you exhale the bullshit. That's how I like to say it. And a third time, And you just exhale and just allow yourself to be in this new awareness, releasing everything that is not going right for you. So, shower, breath, and now we're getting a little more, we might need some stuff. So, another way to clear our energetic field is with sound. And some of you may have seen me use this bowl. This is a solar plexus bowl. And all you have to do is just pay attention to the sound, the frequency, allow it to resonate in every cell in your body with the intention of cleansing and clearing. Breathing that sound in. So sound, number 3. Number 4 is something that is a little, depending on what you use, can be, there are some things you have to know about this. So smudging. Smudging is using herbs, plant matter, dried plant matter to cleanse and clear your auric field. This is very, very good. However, we have to be aware that there are certain plants that are not as readily available and not as ethically farmed, not as, they basically have been over harvested and they're endangered. So one of those plants is white sage. I know we see them all over the place, all over social media, and I really, 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 really want to impart upon you that this plant is endangered. This plant is used for medicinal purpose by the traditional indigenous societies, Native Americans, and they need their medicine. We have other ways. We don't necessarily need to be using white sage for everything to cleanse and clear. It's not necessary. And if you do use white sage, because sometimes in my ceremonies I use it, but I use it very sparingly and very, very knowing where I got my white sage. I know that my white sage is ethically sourced. I know that the plants are being well taken care of. I know that it's not being harvested off of some indigenous Native American reservation under the cover of darkness, because we don't want, when we're clearing our energy, we don't want to bring in bad energies with what we're using to clear. And that being said, all you really need to clear yourself is maybe one little bit of white sage. So one little leaf, that's it. And you light it, you use it, the smoke goes over your hands, over your body, your feet, and you're done. So it's very simple. And again, this is not white sage, salvia piana, not one of my favorite ways of promoting to be used. Now, rosemary, on the other hand, is very readily available. It's abundant. There is plenty of it. It's a culinary herb. You can use it to season your food, flavor your fish. It's wonderful. Now, rosemary is a masculine herb. It is associated with the sun, if I'm not mistaken. You will probably see a little blurbs coming up about what it's associated with, but yes, rosemary is good for protection. It's good for healing. It's good for purification. It's also used in love magic. So if you are trying to clear your energy and call in love, you may want to use rosemary. Another herb that is also masculine that you can burn and use is cedar. And cedar is also a masculine herb. It is very healing. It's protective. It's nurturing. It's cleansing and clearing, exactly what you need from something that you want to clear your auric space with. My other favorite thing to use is lavender. Lavender is a feminine herb. It is associated with the planet Mercury. It is also an herb that cleanses, purifies, heals. It promotes good sleep, but it is also a love herb. So if you're trying to bring in love, lavender might be another herb you want to smudge yourself with. Now, those are in terms of smudging. And actually, let me do a little bit. So this is how you smudge. So this is the rosemary that I was just showing you. And since I like my fire, just light the fire, see? Light the herb. And you see the smoke coming up? Thanking this beautiful rosemary for her healing energy. And if you see a plant not burn fully, that means that you really don't need to be clearing yourself much. You know, the plant has the wisdom to know exactly what you need. And if you don't need that much clearing, it's really not going to be lighting much for you. And that's good. That's the kind of, whenever you're clearing your energy every day, you want that to be what happens. You want it to be like, oh, I'm lit. Okay. She's kind of clear. We're good. That's the response you want. So my other favorite way to clear is using crystals. So this is a golden sheen obsidian, and this is a form of volcanic glass. And what it does is it allows us to integrate our shadow as well as our light and to cleanse and clear. And all you do is just pull it down your auric field as if it's soap. And your hands, don't forget your hands, because your hands are touching everything. And you don't forget your back as much as you can reach. Cleansing, clearing, using this beautiful golden sheen obsidian to help me integrate my darkness and allow it to be used for the highest and best good of myself and of all those whom I come in contact with. That's obsidian. And the other stone that you can use is selenite. Selenite is named after the goddess Selene, the moon goddess. It was said by the ancient Greeks that they thought the goddess Selene was trapped in selenite, hence its name. So selenite is one of the few crystals that you don't have to clear. It clears anything it comes in contact with. So again, a little selenite stick like this over your auric field. It brings in white light from source and just cleanses and clears your aura. And that's it. That's all you have to do with crystals. Oh, and my other favorite crystal, let me show you, is, where's my kyanite? Huh. Okay. Seriously? Okay, it's blue kyanite. And I don't know why my blue kyanite disappeared on me, other than it wants to hide. Interesting. Why do you want to hide blue kyanite? Okay, so blue kyanite is also another crystal that does not need to be cleared, and it instantly balances your chakras. So I love it because just in case that I'm going through a very, very crazy day, I like to carry a little piece with me just so I can hold on to it, breathe into its energy, and allow it to just recenter and reopen my chakras. So that's way number 4, to cleanse and clear your aura. So we have showers, we have breath work, we have crystals, and we have smudging. And one more thing, so we can make it round 5, you can use a rose hydrosol or lavender hydrosol just to spritz and clear your aura, just like that, very simple. And then you wind up just smelling good. This is a rose spray. So I make those, and I enjoy making my own concoctions for cleansing and clearing my aura and for oils and my face and everything. So I just adore using anything that I put my hands in, because our hands are magical. Everything we touch gets imbued with our energy. So be very, very mindful of your energetic field. Like I said, please employ some of these ways to cleanse and clear your aura. And I would love to hear how you do with it. Any suggestions, thoughts, please comment below. Thank you so, so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends. Please subscribe for more. And I'm always open for any questions, any comments that you have, any ideas for videos that you would like to see in the future, please let me know. So thank you so much for watching. Namaste.